Students, today we are going to discussing about straight lines. These are very familiar to us in 10th class. In 10th class, pair of straight lines, you know very well. So same here also. So general form of this straight line is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a mod a plus mod b is not equal to 0, or a square plus b square is not equal to 0. This is the general form of the straight line. Usually, the definition of straight line is: a straight line is a curve. A straight line is a curve which is such that the line segment, any line segment joining any 2 points on it lies wholly on it. So the meaning of this one is, if for suppose, if you take like this, here you take any 2 points on this one. If you join these two, wholly not lies on this one. Same, any 2 points if you join, this is this line segment doesn't lies on it. For suppose, if you take like this, you take any 2 points, this is the line segment, again this line segment wholly on it. So like this is called, this curve is called a straight line. Okay. So next one, inclination. This is very, very important in the straight lines. Inclination. What is inclination? An angle subtended by a straight line, an angle subtended by a straight line with a positive direction of x-axis, in a anti-clockwise direction. In anti-clockwise direction is called inclination of a straight line. Inclination of a straight line. So generally angles are denoted with theta, alpha, beta, gamma, like this. See here, this is the x-axis. You understand? This is any straight line that is denoted with some L. If this straight line makes an angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis, in a anti-clockwise direction like this. So this is called inclination of this straight line L. So generally, if it is rotates like this, maximum it rotates like this, again it reaches. So whenever it is the stationary, okay, so whenever straight line coincides to x-axis, then angle is 0 degrees. Okay, after that it is moving like this, again it is come back to here, so then it is also 0 degrees. If for suppose here to here, if you take, okay, so this is if it is coincident like this, in this direction, positive direction of x-axis, 0 degrees. If it is coincide to here, phi, 180 degrees. Okay. So maximum, the angle bit, that means the inclination of a straight line always lies in between 0 to phi. That means here you take one note. Generally, angle this theta lies in between 0 to phi. So maybe 0 degrees or less than phi. Okay. So this is the very important. So always this is bounded between 0 to phi. Second note is, if the straight line is horizontal, then theta is equal to 0 degrees. Don't take phi. It is less than phi. So horizontal. So any direction, it is, if it is like this. So horizontal means parallel to x-axis. So like line is parallel to x-axis, always theta is equal to, inclination is equal to 0. If it is vertical, then theta is equal to 90 degrees. Vertical means always parallel to y-axis, whatever may be. So if it is parallel to y-axis, this angle is 90 degrees. So very important definition in straight lines. Next one is slope. So if inclination is theta, if inclination of any straight line is theta, okay, inclination of any straight line is theta, then tan, trigonometric tangent function, tan theta is called slope of that line. It's called slope of that line. Actually, for the slopes, there are many definitions. This is one of the definitions, like this. For suppose this is the x-axis, it is any straight line L. So if this inclination is theta, then tan theta is called slope of this line. For suppose the inclination of the straight line is 30 degrees, then slope is equal to tan 30. What is the value of tan 30? 1 by root. See here, slope is always real number. 1 by root 3 is a real number. For suppose slope is 0 degrees. When we have slope 0 degrees, if this line is parallel to x-axis, slope is 0 degrees. That means horizontal, then slope is 0. So that means inclination is 0 degrees. Then slope is what? Slope of this line is tan 0. Tan 0 is equal to 0. For suppose if this straight line, this line is vertical, that means parallel to y-axis. This is x-axis. It is parallel to y-axis. Then what is the inclination? 90 degrees. Then what is slope here? Tan 90. You know very well, tan 90 is undefined, not defined. Not defined or undefined. Very important. So next. Note. If this inclination theta belongs to quadrant 1, if theta belongs to quadrant 1, then slope here tan theta, what can you say? Tan theta. First quadrant theta, that means any angle lies in between 0 to 90. Lies in between 0 to 90 means that is tan function is always positive. This tan theta is positive. Generally, slopes are denoted with, just remember, slope is denoted with small m. You can write here m is greater than 0. Because of this theta always lies in between 0 to 5, that means that is either horizontal line, that means slope is 0 degrees, or vertical line. If it is vertical line, then slope is undefined. In other words, slope is, that means theta belongs to Q1, that is first quadrant, then slope is greater than 0. If theta belongs to second quadrant, that is 90 to 180 degrees, or 0 to 5, that means 90 to 5. Okay, so theta belongs to Q2. So Q2 means tan theta. Whenever theta belongs to Q2, 90 to 180, tan is negative in second quadrant. So slope is less than 0. M is less than 0. Next, already we discussed slope of horizontal. Slope of horizontal. Slope of horizontal line is 0 only. 0 degrees means inclination, 0 means slope. Slope of vertical line is undefined. Clear? Next one. So another definition for slope. Whenever, if you know the inclination, we can say the slope of the line. If you don't know the inclination, then you should know at least any 2 points on that line. For suppose this is the straight line. It is x-axis, but we don't know inclination. But if you know any 2 points on it, let us consider x1, y1 and x2, y. Then what is the slope of this line L? Okay, see here, just you drop a perpendicular to x-axis from this point P. Let us denote with P, it is denoted with Q. So now I am deriving the slope of this line. Whenever it has any 2 points, x1, y1 and x2, y2. So this is foot from P to x-axis. This is also, let us take, this is M, this is also N. This is also foot of the perpendicular of Q to the x-axis. This is N. So if you draw a parallel line to x-axis from Q, it meets PM at some R. Okay, so according to coordinate geometry, you know very well. So what is this? It is x1 comma y1. So this length is x1. It is x2 comma y2. So this length is x2. So automatically this length will be, distance from n to m will be x1 minus x2. So these two are parallel, it forms a rectangle. So this is also x1 minus x2. Clearly, this distance is y1 because of it is x1 comma y1. So here to here distance is y1. Similarly, here to here, because of it is x2 comma y2, here to here distance is y2. So this is also y2 only. So automatically, so this distance becomes to y1 minus y2. Okay, so it forms a rectangle. So it is 90 degrees means this is also 90 degrees. So now triangle PQR, in triangle PQR from the above diagram, because of it is right angle triangle. So we know very well, if you know the inclination or you don't know the inclination, but generally let us consider this inclination is theta, then what is the slope? Tan theta. Based on this tan theta, we can derive the slope of this line. Because of slope means tan theta only, m is equal to tan theta. So this tan theta we can derive from this right angle triangle according to trigonometry. So let us consider if it is theta, then it will be also theta. Because of this triangle and this big triangle, both are similar triangles. So if it is theta, this is also theta. Now this tan theta from this diagram PQR, what is tan theta? Opposite side by adjacent side. That means PR by QR. What is PR? PR means y1 minus y2. What is QR? X1 minus x2. So in another way we can write this is, if you take minus common from numerator, we can write y2 minus y1 minus of. Similarly, minus of x2 minus x1, both numerator and in denominator both minus will cancel. So we have y2 minus y1 by x2 minus 1. You can use this one or this one. This is the slope of the line, any line having 2 points x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. So remember, very easy also.